Before we begin, I'd just like to thank you for the opportunity to interview today. And I want to ask you, what made you choose your career path?
Well, that's an interesting question because my career path has been varied. I spent 4 years in the military, in the Marine Corps, before going to D.C. And in 1990, I went to D.C. and started working on Capitol Hill. And that really kind of drove my involvement in politics and eventually running a nonprofit, the Congressional Hispanic Caucus Institute. And before that, I ran the D.C. office in Vallejo. And I think it started probably as a child. My parents were both Chicano activists in the 60s in California, in East LA. And so as a 3-year-old, I was going with them to boycotts and demonstrations in support of farm worker rights, and marching with Cesar Chavez and the Lotus Huerta. And so it was instilled in me from a very young age to give back to the community. And whatever you do, don't forget where you come from. And always remember your roots. And so that's always been in the back of my mind as I took different positions, that I wanted to make sure whatever I did was empowering the Latino community, helping to empower young Latinos and young Latinos to realize their potential as well. So when I was at Vallejo, it was more about policy, and we were working on immigration issues and the census. And then at CHCI, it was about empowering young people and empowering them through internships and fellowships in Washington, D.C., and helping them realize that they could do whatever they set their mind to. And then after CHCI, my partner and I decided to start our own business. And we created D&P Creative Strategies almost 6 years ago. And it's a government affairs and philanthropic advising boutique consulting firm.
Wow.
And so we do lobbying in D.C. We work with the Congressional Hispanic Caucus, with the Asian Caucus and the Black Caucus. And we do a lot of work with corporations. So we lobby on issues that they're advocating for in D.C. And then we also help them give out their money philanthropically. So we always look back at the LGBT and the Latino community to make sure that they're supporting organizations in those two communities that we care about.
Wow. It's great to see that you're so varied. You started off one thing and then now it's completely different.
Yeah, and it is and it isn't. It's all connected, in some way or another. And I think that connection is the desire to give back and to make sure that at every point in my career that I'm connecting back to the Latino community and helping empower others, because that's important. It's important to support the next generation.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you for letting us interview you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.